gotta wait, baby. Alright, testing the stream. Just gonna go ahead and play some random audio.
Special shout out to
Testing, testing. Testing audio. Testing audio. Alright, cool, we good.
the icon slip and slide record.
Alright, you guys. We back. Alright, so
I got two versions. I got
let's go positions. So right now we're just waiting for a good trade setup here on NQ. Let's see here. Outer.
tell these niggas, tell these guys you ain't basic. Rest in peace.
Alright, you guys, let me explain why I'm taking this setup. First, let me make sure I got everything I need. 1 second. Alright, my bad, guys. It's been a while since I streamed, so I just got to make sure everything is working how it's supposed to. Cool. Alright, so this is what I'm currently looking at, you guys. I'm looking at longs right now for MNQ and how I kind of got there. Let's take a look. So daily time frame, right? We're looking at draws on liquidity. We're looking at where price wants to go. As we can see here, this is an easy buy side liquidity that we have here in the daily time frame that we're approaching previous day highs, and beyond that we have all-time highs, right? So we have some pretty significant liquidity sitting above these highs. Now we jump to the 4-hour, and this is where I really got my bias from. Now on the 4-hour, as you can see, two things. Let's actually get out of here. Two things. For one, we have this bullish fair value gap here, right? Bullish fair value gap being respected. Now, what do I mean by respected? What I simply mean by respected is that price tapped into this fair value gap and closed either outside or inside of it, right? It didn't close outside of the gap. So that's always good. The wick can go outside, but it closed inside. So now that we're respecting the 4-hour bullish, right, we can expect price to continue up. Great. Now in the midst of that, we actually created a bearish fair value gap. Now, what we really want to see happen is that this gets inversed. Once this gets inversed, then it's highly likely that we'll continue going higher. We saw this candle get up here and we closed, turning this fair value gap into an inverse fair value gap slash another fair value gap. As you can see with this bullish candle here, we created a fair value gap with the candle on the left and the candle on the right. No wicks touched in the middle. So this is an untapped, unfilled 1 hour fair value gap, right? So this is another draw on liquidity. So now that we have that and now that we understand that, we're all the way up here now, right? Now it looks like we're also getting ready to create another 4 hour gap here within this 4 hour candle. But now that we know the direction, now that we know where we're going, where we're headed, now we're looking at where can we possibly enter this trade. So now if we take a look at this, we can see immediately, right, from where we are, this is the previous swing low, right? Price came up, down, and then blast off. Now if this is the last swing low, I'm only looking to take entries off of either equilibrium of range, or I'm looking to take trades off of fair value gaps. Now, as you can see here, we have possibly a 1 hour fair value gap loading up here, which is really nice. But beyond that, what I like to do is I take my Fibonacci tool and I check the range of this leg, right? And I say, okay, I'm not buying anything up here, right? I need the range after we take out liquidity, meaning after we take out some type of highs, right? So in this case, we had some highs right here that we just took out. Price needs to rebalance itself, right? At least 50% of the range. So if this is truly the range after we've taken out this liquidity over here, this buy side, right? Now we can expect price to trail down into the 50%. Now the 50%, why is that so significant in this drawing right here? Well, if we go on the 15-minute time frame, we actually have a 15-minute fair value gap sitting right at the equilibrium, right? So all of that lines up, all of that makes sense. Now we go on the 1-minute time frame, and what do we see on the 1 minute? Looks like some equal lows possibly right here, and we have another low right here, right? Now, what did I mention earlier? I mentioned that in order for price to make its move, we need to seek liquidity, right? So we have this 1 minute sell side, and then we have this 3 minute as well, sell side slash equal lows. So price will more than likely take out these lows, take out these lows. We end up hitting the 15-minute fair value gap, which also aligns with this order block, and then we take our buys up. And then we look for price to not come back to these lows, essentially, right? We're just going to give it a little more space. We're making sure we're capturing these lows and this low, right? So we're below both of those lows. So overall, this trade is looking very nice, very clean. I need to just wait and sit on it and just see if we end up hitting the fair value gap. And if so, then yeah, then we're looking valid, y'all.
We'll let you guys prophesy. We'll let you guys prophesy. We gon' see the future first. We'll let you guys prophesy. We gon' see the future first. Living so the last night feels like a past life. Speaking of it, don't know what got into people. Devil be possessing homies. Demons try to body jump. Why you think I'm in this bitch wearing a fucking yarmulke? Acid on me like the rain. Weed crumbles in the glitter. Rain, glitter. We laid out on the sweat floor. Away turf, no astro. Mesmerized how the strobes glow. Look at all the people feet dance. I know that your nigga came with you, but he ain't with you. We only human and it's humid in these bar mains. I mean my balls sticking to my jeans. We breathing pheromones, amber rose, sipping pink gold lemonades. Feeling I may be younger, but I look after you. We're not in love, but I make love to you. When you're not here, I'll save some for you. I'm not him, but I mean something to you. I mean something to you. I mean something. Every night fucks every day up. Every day patches the night up. Oh God, you should match it.
Alright, we're getting close to entry, folks.
1998, my family had the Acura.
Actually, this is really my jam right here. Amazing, amazing album. And whoever thumbed up the stream, I appreciate you guys. Thank you for the thumbs up.
I know what I gotta do. Keep on following the moon. I'ma see you soon. I'ma see you soon. I know what I gotta do. Keep on following the moon. I'ma see you soon. I'ma see you soon. I'm connected to the truth, so everything is going real smooth.
Smooth.
I don't know about you, but
Southside has been taken on the 1 minute.
Yeah, I speak the language. Yeah, I speak the language. Yeah, what's a hater? I haven't met one. I just beat the game, you think the refs won. I'm trying to fuck a model, so I text one. This life is a blessed one. Gave the world a lie, so now it's my turn to get some. Next month, shows line up, gonna gross M's. Didn't hire randoms, I gave jobs to my close friends. We in Paris like we spoke French. My parents got no rent, son is doing well, life is smooth. Ooh, I'm connected to the truth, so everything is going real smooth. Ooh, I don't know about you, but for me, everything is real smooth. Yeah, I speak the language. Yeah, I speak the language. Yeah, I sold my textbooks. Now it's closed deals and open checkbooks. Millions on my plate, I'm the best cook. I whipped them up myself, now Russ is balling like he's Westbrook. I drew out my dreams, those weren't journals, those were sketchbooks. The seeds were planted deeply, the universe believed me. Now me and my mom are
3 minutes, Southside taken.
I used to walk in dealerships, they'd act like they can't see me. They want that bull, now they gift me Lamborghinis. Life is breezy, I'm just cruising, even Kylie knows my tracks. Gianna wants a range, just laid on 90 grand in cash, I'm getting plaques. That shit is nothing, I could do it again, and again, and again, and again, and again. Life is smooth.
Alright, we tapped into the 15 minute, you guys. Alright, let's lock in real fast. So we tapped into the 15 minute, we got 10 minutes left until this closes. So this is the tricky part most people fall into, is yes, you can take the early entry right now as soon as we tap below into that level. But at the same time, you kind of want to wait until the 15 minute closes, because if the 15 minute closes and disrespects this fair value gap, that's not a trade you want to obviously take or be in. You know, you want to wait. So 5 minute printed, we got Sell side swept on both sides. We're probably going to create a fair value gap here on the 5 minute, trade a little bit lower into this area. But fair value gap has been tapped into. And looks like we are, respecting this level. Looks like we're kind of trying to hold it. I'll take like an early position.
Order filled.
All right. And we're looking to take out these highs around here. So let's go over here, grab these highs. And these are the highs that we want to grab on the 5 minute. Now if we go to MES, looks like MES has beautiful equal highs up here, which is more than likely to draw on liquidity. So we're really going to stay in this M and Q until these equal highs get taken. I hate when it's like thick like that. That shit needs to be, there we go. Now let's save that as equal highs. Oops. What's up, baby? Oh, good job, mamas.
Real smooth. I don't know about you, but for me, everything is real smooth. Yeah, I speak the language. Yeah, I speak the language. Am I a fraud? I'm having these thoughts. I wonder if it's all my fault. This whole thing fell apart. A fight I thought I'd never lose. This damage that I can't undo. Is this really it? I'm lost. Yeah, who am I if I'm not perfect? Who am I if I can't save us? Who am I if I wanted everyone to love me? Instead I got them saying they hate us. Who am I if mom and dad split cause I funded it? Who am I if I wanna be done with this? Who am I if I need help but I can't ask for it cause I feel like a fucking bitch? Who am I if I'm unsure? Who am I if I have doubts? Who am I if I can't solve this tour cause I need more time to figure this out? Who am I if I feel less than? Who am I if I'm not next then? Who am I if I'm not God? Am I really no better than the next man? Am I fraud? I'm having these thoughts. I wonder if it's all my fault. This whole thing fell apart.
Alright, so far we're looking really golden, you guys. Let's take out some of these indicator things here. Let's get rid of this. Great. I like clean charts.
I'm lost. Yeah. Who am I if I'm not perfect? Who am I if I admit I'm scared? Who am I if I admit I get jealous and I shouldn't, but I still look around and compare? Who am I if they don't accept me? Who am I if I lose hope?
Yeah, we also disrespected this 1 hour bearish fair value gap. We just inversed this. So we're definitely looking golden for new all-time highs. Oh, is that all-time highs? Okay, that's previous day high. Sorry, not all-time highs. Yeah, we're looking good. Beautiful movement, beautiful entry. All right, entry really could have been down here, but you know, I took a second. But then also let's talk about, you know, what I mentioned beforehand, right? So these are things that I'm also still working on because I told myself, or even told you guys, you know, wait till a 15-minute candle closes to really determine if that fair value gap has been respected or not. Um, I didn't wait the whole 15. I had really high conviction of this trade, so I just took my entry anyways. But at the same time, yeah, you truly do want to wait for that 15 minute to close. But you know, people always say, well, if it closes, what if it closes all the way up here? I missed all this move. Well, that's fine, you know. In terms of trading, you go based on targets. What is your target? If your target is, you know, this PDA right up here, previous day high, you know, we're still looking at 279 ticks to the upside. That's amazing. Plus, you got your stop loss right below this level, you know. Whereas over here, you know, you are looking at, yeah, similar stop loss, almost 200 ticks, you know. But again, quick recap of the trade. We were bullish on the day, so we're just basically looking for any bullish PD arrays to enter off of. But before we do that, we need to make sure that we take some type of liquidity. And yeah, so in this case, you know, sometimes we'll look for sell side liquidity to get hit, right? Boom, right? Sell side to get hit before we start, you know, displacing and trading higher. But in this case, we consolidated and we actually broke highs, right, to the upside. Great. Buy side has been taken, and most people will be looking for shorts over here. But what we need to understand is that when you're looking for shorts, you know, shorts more than likely will work, but only until 50% of the range, right? So we had price shoot all the way up here, and then we kind of chilled, went all the way down, and now we hit that 50%, which is basically what we see over here. Once we hit the 50%, then we're getting ready to start, you know, trading back up and taking out these highs, right? This is a continuation model that's happening right now. So, yeah, that's the reason why we took this trade today. Very simple, very textbook, very clean setup. You okay, Ari?
I don't wanna cry no more. Tired of hanging on, don't wanna try no more. Too much weight up on my back. And I feel like I might snap. I don't wanna cry no more. Tired of hanging on, don't wanna try no more. Too much weight up on my back. And I feel like I might snap. Think I've had enough of this game. Put a little too much trust in this game. I ain't having fun no more. I don't even think I'm in love no more. Never thought I'd say goodbye. White flag in my hand, I'ma wave it high. But I'm bruised up and I'm beat down, crying and depressed every day of the week now. Enough. I don't wanna cry no more. Tired of hanging on, don't wanna try no more. Too much weight up on
Alright, we got the 15-minute candle closure. Now that's a wild entry. So yeah, if you were to enter up here, that's pretty gnarly. 200 tick stop loss. Yeah, that wouldn't have been a good placement. So maybe a good judgment call over there. Alright, we had two taps to that fair value gap on the 5-minute. So also here is another good way to tell if you should enter off this fair value gap if it's being respected, right? If we get a change in order flow. So if we look at the 5-minute time frame, right, you can see that we have this fair value gap, right? So you can wait for that to get disrespected, which it did, but that's like waiting for the 15-minute overall, right? Go to the 3-minute, same thing. We can see this fair value gap here being disrespected, right? This could have potentially been an entry. The moment we disrespect and close above, you can have entered for the longs, right? But just understand the lower the time frame you get, the less reliable it is, right? The 15 was the best, obviously. The 5-minute was runner up, but you would have still waited for some time. 3-minute is like that nice sweet spot. If you go to the 1-minute, on the 1-minute, we actually do have this gap right here. You wait for this to be inversed, and that's it. Now you're golden. But now the only issue is, this is a tricky one, as I mentioned, the lower the time frame gets, is because you see this here, we broke out of it, but then we came back under, and this would have faked you out potentially. And then you've seen this candle here, and this definitely looks like a bearish candle right here. And then we had that crazy move to the upside, right? So you could go on the lower time frames when we get into these higher time frame PD arrays, and you can look for your entries there. So you know, want to be on the lookout for that. So we just swept this sell side over here. I mean, this buy side liquidity. So we hit that target. So that was pretty much TP1 for us to hit. TP2 was all the way up here, or final TP. But I only need 1500 for this challenge. So I'm just looking to hit that 1520 just to cover some commission fees and whatnot. And yeah, right now we're looking pretty good, guys. You know, so technically we could put stops to break even, risk-free trade. And when it comes to these evals, you know, I don't like to necessarily like trade them as if they're like a funded account. I like low-key full port them, but like in a strategic way. Um, and yeah, that's why I'm not like taking any partials or anything like that. I just want this to ride out and hit the take profit, which I do believe it will. We're getting some rejection from that level right now. Check the 5-minute, reject. 3, we closed on the reject. Right, so again, people get scared of this. Oh, why are you still in the trade? Aren't you afraid it's going to go down and hit your break even? Well, I mean, not really. I put it there for a reason. But you have to look at the bigger time frames, right? Do we have any gaps that we're filling right here on the 5-minute? No, we don't. Do we have any gaps that we're filling on the 3-minute? Yes, we do, right? So we have a gap here, and then price is currently inside of another gap, right? So we just tapped this 3-minute, right? So this has been filled already, so we can remove that. So technically, if price wants to continue down, I'd expect us to continue down and respect this 3-minute fair value gap. Because if we truly are in a bullish order flow, we should be respecting any bullish PD array. So we tapped into the 3-minute fair value gap. We're getting some reactions from that, so we can either travel upwards here towards TP, or if we do happen to travel a little bit lower. Now, again, after price takes out liquidity, what does it need to do? Normally, it needs to rebalance the range at least, what, 50%. So let's check that out. 50% is down here, and we have not reached that yet. So it's very likely that we could come back down below the 50%, tap this PD array, and then we continue higher. Right, so that's very likely. Only thing to be careful now, though, is that obviously our stop loss is at break even, so we're getting really close to being tapped out. If that were to be the case, hopefully not, but we'll see here in a second. So we're just chilling on the 3-minute. And we're only about 130 ticks away from our take profit. Yeah, about 33 points. Really great setup, I would say though.
Weight upon my back. And I feel like I might snap. Ah.
All right, so far 3-minute candle has closed and we've respected the first fair value gap. Either we'll see some acceleration here towards take profit, or we'll continue trading lower for the second fair value gap to get hit.
I don't know what the fuck is happening. I'm running fast, but I should wait down. Nowhere I go escape the sadness. I'm feeling empty every day now. I don't know what the fuck is happening. I'm running fast, but I should wait down. Nowhere I go escape the sadness. You told me that I wasn't good enough, and I listened. Now I'm feeling angry, trying to find out what's missing. There's a hole in me, I'm trying to fill it with accomplishments and women, but that don't make a difference, no. Why you never wanna see me up? Why you always trying to bring me down? And I wish I didn't give a fuck. Instead I'm out here looking all around for something, or someone to make me feel loving. But instead I'm left with nothing. Cause you told me that I wasn't good enough. I'm feeling empty every day now. I don't know what the fuck is happening. I'm running fast, but I should wait down. Nowhere I go escape the sadness. I'm feeling empty every day now. I don't know what the fuck is happening. I'm running fast, but I should wait down. Nowhere I go escape the sadness.
Alright, so quick update, 3-minute fair value gap has been respected. Price is pushing a little bit higher. Looks like we're trading outside of that gap now. So that's real nice to see. I do want to see us get back above this liquidity that was swept. That'll give me a pretty solid conviction that we'll hit this TP. Still pretty solid conviction, as we're not trading lower, we are trading a little bit higher. So maybe we just need a little bit extra gas here. We can also double check though ES.
Yeah, you grew up in an environment that was hostile. It got wild. Arguments you heard as a small child.
Alright, told you we're gonna hold these positions either until mine gets hit, my TP, or ES crosses and takes out these highs.
Diaper on, already dealing with the residual effects of an explosive father figure was difficult. Mama was miserable, his love felt conditional. You better be.
We have 3-minute equal highs on MES, and we don't on M and Q. So that's really good to see. Okay, there we go. That's what we need. Let's just double check MES on here. Oh, we blew past the equal highs. Ooh, okay. So now we're gonna have to start trailing this aggressively. Lock that shit in place. Alright, boys. Let's see what we get here. No cap though, we hit equal highs on ES. We may be trading lower.
damage that's been done is explicit and abusive and a critic. Nothing that you ever do is really good enough, is it? You didn't get validation from your dad, so you
Let's
replaced it
see,
with the
5 minute.
industry. You started to rap, you wanted
You got
praise, feeling
overall
now
higher
it's
time
nitpick
frame
the
buy side
profession that
liquidity up
people
here
who
that
look
we
like you don't get. Now the rage of
well, actually
accomplishment being
not buy side
ignored,
liquidity, sorry,
authoritative
but more of
outside
like a
force that you yet again apparently aren't
yeah,
good enough
a
for.
gigantic
All
one
fueled you,
hour
you need
fair
to be
value gap,
liked and
bearish
feel
fair value
wanted,
gap that we're in right
consumed you.
now.
That's why you call a chick every night
So we
to
need to be
come
very
through you,
careful.
only to be left feeling less than before. Didn't have the tools to manage stress, you're at war with yourself, you need love. Drinking to
Oof, we're
forget
kind
that
of
being
hanging
you is not
here.
enough. Overcompensating in interviews, trying to prove that.
And this is when discipline comes in. This is when sheer will comes in. Patience comes in. And overall not being greedy comes in. Right? Because there's some couple options that we have here. Close the trade out completely. Make about 1,000. Cool. Right? We're only about $2,000 away from goal. Wait it out. Let TP get hit. And we hit max. Take profit for the day. Or do nothing. Let it hit stop loss. Still cash out 660. But then always have that what if at the back of my mind that if price did continue my way and hit my take profit, what if I just left it, right? Which makes me question my trading. So now, what I will do is I'm going to leave the trade. I want to teach myself to trust myself and stay disciplined. And even though we took out equal highs on ES and we're possibly moving lower, that doesn't mean that we're going to hit my stop loss. Technically, right? It just means we might trade a little bit lower before going a little bit higher. And at the same time, we are extremely close to my official TP, or I'm exiting out full position. All right, back above the range. Yep, price is peaking, peaking, peaking. I know you want to continue tapping. Let's go a little bit higher. We need about $100, folks. Just about $100. Let's see if EQ can get there. I mean, NQ can get there. We were about 24 ticks away. Come on, let's see if we can get up there. All right, let's look to the left to see any objectives. We do, yeah, we have this buy side right here on the 3 minute. So this could potentially be a good target to hit right here. And let's go put that down, that down. Yeah, and we'll just call this a 3 minute buy side. Wait for the 3 minute buy side to get swept, and then we're looking good.
Right, maybe then you'll be like
Oh my
trying to
God,
prove you're
edging
worthy.
the take profit is crazy work. Just playing. Come on, just tap it. See, he's playing games right now. It's quite literally right there. We got 50 seconds until the 15-minute time closes, and we're at the last 15-minute candle before the hourly prints. And now if we check out where the hourly is going, most certainly that previous day high. I doubt we would leave that on the table. Yeah, I doubt we'll leave that on the table. Maybe even make it double, I mean equal high, possibly if we want to go down. But yeah, I still think we're golden, boys. 15-minute candle is officially going to close higher high in about 12 seconds. All right, we're at the last 15-minute candle. Hopefully this is the one that gets us out. We just need a small pop to the upside. Looking at our equity here, guys, we are, as I mentioned, $100 away from reaching our goal. We just need this thing to continue pumping up a little bit. And I always find it funny, like, in terms of take profits, at least for what I've noticed, is that my take profits are always right before the market reverses, right? I always tend to get hit with these type of scenarios where my final TP is only a couple ticks away. And I don't know, I gotta go back and do some back testing and figure out, why that is or why that's the cause of that. Because it simply must mean I must be doing something wrong. All right, we are back. So yeah, I feel like my take profit's always like, right before the market will reverse. And I think that's because like in this scenario right here, right, we had some buy side that we just took out. So obviously whenever we take buy side, price likes to rebalance that range a little bit. So I think that's mainly what just happened there. That's why the hold up, because this was really the range right here. And technically we didn't hit the 50% of it yet. We might just now though. And look how crazy how the 50% lines up very nicely with this 3-minute fair value gap, right? It's like everything is interconnected. Everything has a story. It's like just crazy how things line up. So what I'm assuming is maybe we'll tap into this FEG and then push up and take me at my position. All right. And I appreciate the likes, guys. I see we had 3 likes. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. If you guys are watching, please drop a like, drop a little comment in the chat section. We'll love to talk to y'all. And yeah, we'll just keep this thing going, man. It's been a while since I streamed, so I want to keep this up for the remainder of the year um, with these TopStep accounts, and hopefully, get a live payout on stream and things of that nature, and just slowly build a community around that, just helping other traders kind of get to where they want to be. Because yeah, I'm currently in that journey right now, guys. I've been trading for about 4 years now. Still not consistently profitable. Know exactly how to trade. Just dealing a lot with psychology at the moment. That's really the barrier to break here. But yeah, trading is not crazy. It's pretty simple. At least what I've kind of formulated now. I've been through many different type of strategies and just things that have worked, things that haven't worked, at least for me and the way my brain works. But I think I've officially found a way that I like trading and it makes sense logically to me. That's the biggest thing. Trades have to make sense to me to have conviction, to be able to confidently take a trade and then be happy with the result, whether it's win or loss. But yeah, I've been able to get there now. But now, excuse me, ooh, that voice crack was crazy. But now I got to be careful because I want to make sure that I'm not getting too greedy in the markets. When I hit good trades and I think I'm top shit, so then psychology goes out the window. So if I lose a trade, maybe sometimes I'll try to marry that trade or whatever. But yeah, we got to be careful about that. But all right, cool. So now looking at this here, guys, remember we hit that fair value gap, that 3 minute that I told you about. And I also told you that we're probably going to most likely hit that because we need to at least balance out 50% of this range, right? Every time we take out liquidity, price wants to rebalance that leg that took out liquidity. And it looks like we respected the 3 minute fair value gap. So if we continue higher and break this level right here, this little line, let's make it red, we can close above that on the 3 minute, then I think we're good to go. Then we're more than likely hitting that take profit right here and we're going to be done. And it's crazy too because my trading sessions, I usually stop at around 8 a.m. my time, which is in about 9 minutes. So hopefully we can hit this take profit within 9 minutes. If not, we'll drop lower, cash me out at 660, and then that'll be that. Yeah, so we might come down to continue rebalancing because we still have this fair value gap that was untapped. And in terms of this entire range, the 50% was technically still not hit. Because like this was the initial range right here, and we still didn't hit 50%. This was the range right here, we still didn't hit 50%. So more than likely, guys, we probably will get stopped out of this trade. Obviously, we're still super bullish, so I'm going to keep it. We might still get that nice spike up to take me out, but I'm just going to wait. And if it does take me out, I'm going to look for a re-entry down here off this fair value gap, and then yeah, we'll be good. But I'm also going to start heading out of here, guys, in the next couple minutes. I do got to prepare for a meeting, but it's been a pleasure. It's been fun. All right, looks like we rebalanced right here on the 3 minute. 2 and 1. Yeah, this isn't looking amazing so far unless we pull back above that red line. But if we keep trading down here, then yeah, we're definitely going to continue lower. We got this 1 minute FEG. Okay. All right, guys, I'm gonna get up out of here. Got to prepare for this meeting now. But yeah, if you guys check out the charts, then we'll see if we hit take profit here or if we get stopped out with 660. But yeah, appreciate you guys. Hope you enjoy the stream, and I'll be back tomorrow during New York AM session again. All right, you guys have an awesome day. See ya.